Good morning, Facebook, on the 21st of December, 2020. Winter solstice here in the UK. It's the shortest day of the year. It's very dark outside. It's raining. The longest day in the Southern Hemisphere. I bet it's beautiful and sunny down there. Enjoy, soul family. And today I have our beautiful soul sister, the beautiful Debbie Sturge. So welcome, Debbie.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me on, Tina. It's lovely to be here.
Amazing. So we have interviewed Debbie before, but we have to re-interview people because this is going live into our YouTube channel and to go onto the 2 pages. So it reaches about 45,000 people. So Debbie is a goddess, just so you know, and I've known Debbie for many years. Debbie is also in volume 2. Her story is amazing, but I just want to read her bio for you, so you just get a gist, just in case you missed the last interview. So Debbie lives in the seaside town of Margate and with her husband Paul and her dog Harley. She has 2 grown children and 3 grandsons who she adores. With a background in nutritional therapy and Reiki, she's also a black belt in karate. Wow. Sorry, couldn't help myself there. It's since starting a network marketing business in 2015, Debbie has become especially passionate about inspiring others to follow their dreams, to believe that anything is possible with the right mindset and action, and to help them become the best versions of themselves. After graduating as a nutritional therapist in 1999, Debbie practiced in London and from various clinics in Kent and on the island of Jersey. Oh, lovely. She was also a tutor for the Institute of Optimum Nutrition in London for 3 years. Learning Usui Reiki levels 1 and 2 in 2014 with Tina Pavlu. Wow, was it that long ago?
Certainly was.
Debbie delayed taking level 3 after losing her dad, but became extremely passionate about the healing modality after witnessing how much it helped him. Focusing initially on self-healing and developing her own spirituality, Debbie went on to become a master practitioner teacher in 2018, in 2018, is now teaching. She has also been attuned to the angelic Reiki. The angelic Reiki is a really high vibration, and you're a master now, aren't you, in the angelic Reiki?
Yes.
And it's incredible, an incredible modality. Fulfilling a lifetime ambition, Debbie took up full contact karate at the age of 40, and she achieved her black belt 5 years later. She taught her own class for a year and achieved her second dan 2 years later. Alongside being a therapist, Debbie worked as an office manager for several years, but it came at a cost. After reaching burnout for the 3rd time in succession, she realized she was not living her true purpose, and she was being guided by the universe to work through important lessons. Taking a leap of faith, she started a new business, working alongside a global health and wellness company. Although specifically skeptical, she is now a very strong advocate of the industry, believing it enables ordinary people the opportunities to live extraordinary lives. Having been drawn to teaching and mentoring roles over the years, she gets tremendous satisfaction, helping others develop and grow, and is looking forward to mentoring others in her business. Debbie has studied EFT and NLP and is a certified law of attraction life coach. She's currently writing her own personal book, which she actually has now, and that was launched a few months ago. Debbie Sturge's Inspiring Change is her Facebook page. She continues her own personal development and spiritual journey, and her mission is to inspire others along the way. She firmly believes a fulfilled and abundant life hinges on good health, positive mindset, and a great energetic vibration. Total harmony of body, mind, and spirit. You'll often hear her say, life is for living. And if you go onto Debbie's Facebook page, you can connect to her, and she's in her story is dynamic. I won't go into it now. It's amazing. Debbie also is a theta healer practitioner, and she is a meditation teacher. She has her own modality, the way she's created her own trademark that will soon be launched. She works with us at the Goddess Rooms in Ramsgate. She is our meditation teacher. So as soon as we are allowed to open back up, you'll be able to book in and work alongside Debbie. Meditation is extremely amazing. It's just incredible. So I'm really blessed that we have her working alongside us in our team. She is an amazing goddess. Over to you, beautiful Debbie.
Well, certainly as far as my spiritual journey goes, I would say most of that to you, Tina. So thank you for that. Although I sort of started on a spiritual path, it was really from learning that Yasui Reiki initially. And I just absolutely love Reiki. And then, as you say, going on to do angelic is just a complete other level. And it was interesting actually listening to you reading that, how much I've actually come on even just in this last year, as you say now, with the theta healing, and various other coaching disciplines I've done as well. So, and written my book, as you said. So yeah, massive growth in this last year for me.
Yeah, you've written a #1 best-selling book. What's the name of your book, Debbie?
Your Secret Power.
Your Secret Power, and it became #1 bestseller within the morning, didn't it?
It did, yes. Yes.
So that was an incredible achievement. So when I read that bio, I was like, it is. I just feel the energy is Debbie changed in 1 year, how you've grown, you know, and we can get frustrated, but you've just excelled. So I'd like to just ask you about, I mean, you're an incredible angelic Reiki master and also theta practitioner, but what happened a few months ago, last year, the beginning of last year, your husband became ill.
Yes.
And you and your resilience is incredible, and you just went, I'm not having this. And everything that you were taught, you put into action. Every single day you did it. So you went and gave your husband Reiki every day. We even attuned your husband into an angelic Reiki to lift his vibration, and every day without fail you worked on him. So please tell us that story. What happens and what is the outcome?
So again, it's really sort of weird how it all happened, because as you know, I just started drafting my own book when you asked me to go into the when the Goddess Calls collaboration. And initially I said no, because I just started my own book, and then I thought, no, it's just too good an opportunity not to. And obviously it was a really amazing stepping stone for me as well. So I wrote that chapter, and for the first time in my life at that time, I felt I'd really stepped into my power. I really knew what I wanted. I felt everything has sort of aligned up to that moment. And I wrote that chapter, and then almost as soon as I'd submitted it, my world just collapsed around me, just completely collapsed around me. And I felt someone had pulled the rug out from underneath my feet. And yes, it was because my husband of 33 years received a cancer diagnosis. And this was a guy who had always been so super fit and healthy. In all the years I'd known him, hadn't known him take much more than the very occasional painkiller. And then suddenly we got this diagnosis, and to say that we were shocked and devastated was an understatement. And also the fact that you know, he chose the chemotherapy route, which for me as a natural therapist, even the thought of that massively scared me. So I will be honest with you, I wasn't able to use those tools and techniques instantly, because I found myself in a very, very dark place. And in fact, the chapter I had just written in my book was on gratitude. And I massively struggled initially, and it was like, you know, what are you doing to me? What's going on here, universe? Why us? What, you know, what's going on? And it did take me a while to, although I was giving Paul his Reiki and obviously completely overhauled his diet, very, very strict on his diet. I struggled myself, and I remember people saying to me at the time, Debbie, look after yourself, you can't pour from an empty cup. And I absolutely knew that was true, but at the same time it was like, no, I can't look after me, I've got to focus on Paul, I've got to get him well. But it was to my detriment, because I did, this time last year, I was in a really bad place. But then I turned things around massively with the help of all the amazing goddesses at the goddess rooms coming in and doing my angelic Reiki then, and just getting back on track. And yes, very much putting into practice all of those tools and techniques that I hold very close to my heart. And it is what got me through and lifted Paul's vibration and got him through from a stage 4 cancer diagnosis to having gone in complete remission, we found out this year.
Brilliant. So, and that's excellent, because I remember you coming into me and it was stage 4, and you had opened your eyes and looked at the picture, the you know, like from the scan, and you were like, because the cancer wasn't just in one place, it was everywhere. It, like everywhere. And but when you saw that, yes, you did go into a dark place, but something happened to you. It was like, and almost like, I'm not having this. And you just went, and you didn't think about anything else. The diet, you changed everything in the diet. You went through, I mean, you really did go for it. And everything. So his whole diet changed. And you did. Then you did the Reiki every day, you did the theta every day, you just kept doing it, and then he got the all clear. Everything was gone. Yeah. How incredible was that?
Absolutely amazing. Not that we could go out and celebrate, because we were then in the middle of a lockdown, but nevertheless, absolutely amazing.
And how is Paul now?
He's really good. I'm sure his positive attitude helped as well. He's got a very positive attitude, and I'm absolutely sure that helped as well. But I even got him meditating, and yeah, it just he took on board. He knew that you know, I would be able to play my part in helping him, and he was very open to that, fortunately.
Yeah, he's a very good man, a very good man. Yeah, and he is, and he has come over, and he's it's so good. It's so amazing that he's living his life. I know it's lockdown, and he loves his fishing. He is so one with nature, and then and both of you now are just in that beautiful bubble of love, which is wonderful. So Debbie, you've been married how many years?
33, 34 years. I can't remember which it is now.
So tell us, what is, I mean, you're still both very much in love, and you really are. You know, you're two peas in a pod. You're great together. You even look alike. You know, as people say, you know, you're beautiful together. So tell us the secret to this beautiful, a happy married life.
Well, actually, we're quite different, and I think that's what's made it work, because I can be quite serious and driven, and he's very laid back and has a laugh. So at times when I've been really sort of, you know, really sort of getting myself worked up about stuff, he's the one that's been able to make me laugh and lighten up and sort of kept me sane, really. So I think we've worked really well, sort of bouncing off each other like that. I've tended to be quite shy and withdrawn and lacking in confidence, and so if we met people, he would be the first one that would go over and talk. And so yes, it's just worked really well. But obviously it's give and take, as all relationships are.
And that's wonderful. I can see something coming out here, a bit of a love guru here. Maybe that's the next book. The key to happiness, a happy life. Yeah, so you've got 2 beautiful children, you've got 3 amazing grandsons.
Absolutely.
So have you seen, have you been at, oh, sadly you won't be able to see them now because of Christmas, or how's that happening? How's that
Yes,
going
we were planning to see them at Christmas, but obviously now we're not able to, so absolutely gutted about that. So the closest we'll get is virtually on FaceTime, whatever. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So Debbie, tell me, what are you looking forward to most next year? I know we're all working together doing our priestess codes and things like that. What are you like? What is your main, like, yes, this is where I want to be?
The more I've got onto this path, it wasn't easy for me to sort of step into my power and write my book, because I've always been one that's sort of been a doer, but in the shadows more. So actually revealing my vulnerability and stepping into the light has been quite difficult. But now that I have, I'm on a real mission now to empower women, particularly inspire and empower. And because I've come from that background of lack of self-confidence, all the self-doubts, the fear of a failure, but then I realised also fears of success, self-sabotage, you name it, I've been there. And so seeing the growth that's happened with me, and I'm not there by any shape, you know, we're all constantly growing and evolving, but yeah, I just want to help and inspire others. And I think the priestess codes particularly has been a massive eye-opener for me. I didn't realise, even though I've been working with you for a long time now, I didn't realise how much I'd been living in my masculine energy, and all that hustle, doing, you know, trying to sort of force outcomes instead of trusting more and letting the feminine come over. And it's been a real eye-opener for me, and that's definitely, I know I need that balance in my life, and I'm sure there are many other women out there that are the same, that are in that, you know, real driving force mode. So that's really where I want to be.
Because that can really, because of learning through the priestess codes, that you're able to take that and bring that into your work now. So you're able to, yeah, I can see it. It's going to be, it is going to be incredible for you. So do you have any thoughts about writing any more books, Debbie? I can see 2.
Yes,
I can see 2 more books for you.
Yes, I think it will be a little while, but I've already got some ideas. And one of them that I'm sort of bouncing around at the moment is actually a weight loss book, but again, a sort of a healthy approach to it, and considering our vibration, considering our mindset, considering, because that's where I saw the limitations with nutritional therapy.
Yeah,
and
that's the book I just saw. That's what I just saw you writing, one of them books. Sorry, carry on.
Particularly with weight loss, and so many women would come to me absolutely desperate to lose weight, but then I would see the massive part mindset played, and how they would, even though they were desperate to lose the weight, they'd then self-sabotage. So being able to sort of combine that, and then it was more so when I was changing my husband's diet, that I realised more about the vibration of food as well, the energetic vibration of food, which, coming from that more sort of science-backed learning 20 years ago, that it was all very black and white then, which was how I liked it at the time, because I was more closed-minded. But the more open-minded I've become, the more I've realised that yeah, you can't deny that mind-body-spirit connection. And
no,
including our food.
Well, yeah, of course. And to really heal anything in the body, you go on a diet for green food for at least 14 days. That's because that's the highest vibration. You do a 14-day. We teach that in Rhythm and Weight as well. But it is changing the belief systems as well, because, you know, we do have beliefs that, you know, for example, my family, half Irish, half Greek. So I come from two immigrant parents, and my mum's side, the Irish side, there was a potato famine, because our subconscious goes back at least 800 years. And there was a potato famine, and many people died. And there was like, you had to stock up with food, like a hamster, just in case you didn't have enough food for a few days. And that becomes a thought that is passed down the generation, and things like that you can help people with, can't you? And that's the kind of mindset and releasing the beliefs that you're carrying from your ancestors.
Definitely.
So it's, yeah, I can see it will be incredible what you're going to teach and write in your book. Yeah, it's all down to your mindset, but sometimes it's not just your mindset, it's your ancestral beliefs.
Definitely. And again, this is something that I'm learning more and more. So yeah, just absolutely. The more I go into the sort of spiritual side, the more amazing. Yeah.
But you're also really incredible at like, obviously you, when Paul was diagnosed with cancer, you picked up every book there was, and you went and every nutrition book. So you know what there is to know, you have it up there. You know how to pH, is it pH the body, pH balance the body, and alkaline the body. You know exactly what you're doing, which is incredible. And it's not just about cancers, it's not just about weight loss, it's about the health of people. Definitely. That you're dealing with. It's not like I want to be slim, it's the health, which begins with the mind. Everything begins with the mind. What they're doing is disconnecting the body and the mind, put together, and start seeing your body as part of you. Definitely. And you can help them.
But also, one of the books that I did read actually was the book by Anita Moorjani, Dying to Be Me. And she was actually very fearful of getting cancer when her best friend did. And she changed all of her diet. Then she became vegan. She got rid of all her toxic toiletries. She was absolutely paranoid. However, and this is what highlighted it to me, she was actually doing that from a place of fear.
Yes.
So she actually went on to get cancer. So although she'd changed everything, because she wanted to live as pure as possible, her mindset was wrong. She was living in fear. She'd done it for the wrong reasons. And that's why I feel that we still need moderation. We still need to have the treats when we want to have them, but for the right reasons and the right mindset. Again, not to have a treat and think, oh my God, you know, I'm now going to put on 10 pounds, or you know, this is going to do X, Y, Z. I mean, I must admit, I was very strict with Paul on the sugar intake when he had.
I know, I remember. That's
which
so
he wasn't keen about. But yes, it's mindset does play a big part.
It is mindset. You know, that book, Anita Moorjani's Dying to Be Me. I remember waking up and I had a dream one night, and they told me to read it. I was shown to read it, and I bought it, and I went to India and I read it. I remember reading it all, and I read it within a day. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, she actually did die, and her soul left her body, and she met her father, wasn't it? It was her father, and he said, "Do you want to come with me, or do you want to go back?" And she said, "I'm going to go back." And when she came back, her cancer was healed. It's an amazing book. Anita Moorjani is incredible. Hay House author. And so that is, it is mindset, Debbie. It is all mindset, and you're absolutely right. And you can help these people. You can help anybody on a mindset level, which is brilliant. They just need to. Because there's so much going on in the world today, people are forgetting about their health. Yet this is the time that they should be believing and thinking, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to get sick if I work with my health.
And it's just not just that. It's like you've said, you know, there's this massive fear element at the moment, and fear massively depletes our immune system. So at a time when we want our immune system to be strong, you know, if people are living in that fear, then they're really not doing themselves any favours at all.
Of course they're not. And this is what we're trying to educate people, because of the fear and the bombard of the industry, you know, boom, boom, well, you're going to do this, we're going to, and, you know, the latest thing this morning was the food's going to run out, you know, that fear. when it's not going to run out. It would
No.
never run out. But they're saying that. So just the fear. So yes, you're working with these people so that you can disconnect them from the fear and actually, do you know what? I create my own destiny. I create my own life, and my body is a temple.
Definitely.
You know, so tell us about this meditation that you do, Debbie, and what you do on your page.
So meditation, I learned some years back. I learned TM meditation, transcendental meditation, and some will say, the real sort of advocates for it will say that that's the gold standard. That's really the only true meditation. But I disagree with that. I think meditation and mindfulness, and they are different, are just so beneficial for us. And mindfulness is more focused attention, whereas meditation is when you sort of go within more and you're quiet. But in actual fact, mindfulness we can practice, because obviously most of the challenges that we face are when we're out and about doing our day-to-day whatever. I mean, not perhaps so much at the moment, but when we're out and about. So being able to practice mindfulness, which is really just being able to observe our thoughts and our monkey mind, as the Buddhists call it, so that then we're not constantly in that reactive mode, because although we can't always control our circumstances, as I couldn't with my husband's cancer, we can change our thoughts, and it only takes 90 seconds to change from a negative to a more positive thought. So it's just, we're never going to stop those negative thoughts going on, because it's actually that sort of negative bias that's kept us alive through the generations. But we can learn to control it and sort of catch those thoughts, become more aware of them, so that then we can choose better feeling thoughts. And then meditate. So mindfulness, you can practice mindfulness even going out for a walk, but you're really in the zone. So you're really listening to what's going on around you, including your breathing and your footsteps, and you're, you know, feeling the sun on your face, or perhaps not today, maybe the breeze in your hair, and you're looking at all the beauty around you. You're really in the zone. You can even practice mindfulness washing up, but you're really in the zone. And whereas meditation, but again, there's so many different ways you can practice meditation. Some would just literally focus on their breath for maybe just 5 minutes, but it still helps to disconnect you. It still helps to get you off that hamster wheel of life and give you that deep breath. But you can concentrate on a mantra, which is what happens in TM. Obviously, there's guided meditations. So there's all sorts of meditations, but they're extremely beneficial. There's lots of scientific evidence to show the benefits.
Wow, I'm really excited for you. I know you're doing it on Facebook. You've got a group and you do it every morning. But I'm really excited for you to be doing this at the Goddess Rooms, especially when we open up properly. People can come from all over and do their meditations once a week with you in class, and really you can teach them the tools, and they can, you know, it's going to be needed more than ever now. It is needed more than ever now, to silence that monkey mind, to disconnect from mass consciousness. So Debbie, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you this morning. You're a goddess. If anyone would like to connect with Debbie, just find her on Facebook. She's amazing. She's my sister, and she's one of the goddesses from the Goddess Rooms. So she is. So thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tonight for the Red Tent online 21st winter solstice / summer solstice event. If anybody else would like to join us for that, just let us know and we'll send you the Zoom link. It's a free event. Debbie, I love you, and I'll see you soon. God bless.
Bye bye. Bye then.